AJ, man, he's in a tough spot here, Mike. In my view, he's got to try to maybe get a submission, get 10 points. AJ's got 50 points right now, I believe. You know, if he gets a submission victory, he's going to get 10 points. Puts him right in the heat. Thing is, tough to get a submission on someone like Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe has 2 matches remaining in the Bound for Glory series. This match right now against AJ Styles, and then next week against Jeff Hardy. So if you look at the position that Joe is in, especially considering that the Cowboy James Storm, he's already done with all of his matches, you know that Samoa Joe would like nothing more than to get a win tonight, get a win next week, and he could potentially move into first place and have the chance to pick his opponent at No Surrender.
Great chance of that happening. You see right there, AJ wrestling, both men wrestling cautiously. AJ tried to go for an armbar of sorts, but Joe pulled out. Nice drop step into a duck under. Scoots over to a side headlock, does AJ Styles, and has control of the big man, Samoa Joe.
You know, there's nothing like being at a live Impact Wrestling TNA event. Big weekend ahead for the crew, and it's going to kick off tomorrow night in Richmond, Virginia at the Verizon Wireless Arena as AJ able to take Joe into the corner. We're going to follow it up Saturday night in the Washington, D.C. area. Join us, live Impact Wrestling.
Going to Crab Country area there, D.C., Maryland area. Done some stuff over there, but right now AJ Styles trying to get himself a big vertical suplex, having a hard time picking up Samoa Joe.
The momentum of AJ immediately cut off as Joe connects with the elbow.
Oh, look at that. Good job by AJ. He caught the leg, trapped the leg in the ropes, and then threw a couple of round kicks of his own into the leg of Samoa Joe, getting Joe off his feet.
Strategy of Samoa Joe throughout this Bound for Glory series. Concentrate on submission wins, and he's picked up those huge 10 points on so many occasions that he is in second as AJ connects with the drop kick.
Well, AJ is just so well-rounded as a competitor, not just a high flyer, a guy who takes risks, as you're about to see here. Oh, God.
Wow.
Met with a nasty, just a punt kick right to the solar plexus sternum area. You can hear that thud.
Absolutely no reward for AJ as he goes high risk. And you're right, just got drilled right in the midsection. You know, I think I speak for you that threat that we heard earlier from Aces and Eights sort of hangs over the Impact Zone tonight. The fact that they will be down there later on. Not going to be dictated to. Obviously going to come out here on their own time. That challenge was issued by our World Heavyweight Champion, Austin Aries. Off the knee drop, it's Joe on top for 2.
Yeah, Austin Aries definitely wants to, he said it, he wants to fight one of them. One-on-one, he wants to put whoever's in charge of this thing, or one of them, he don't care. He wants to fight somebody, the world champion does. Hulk Hogan Sting came out top of the show in support of Austin Aries. The champ, we got your back. Hogan said, you want a bloodbath, Aces and Eights, bring it on. Aces and Eights, we heard it, like you said, Mike, they're coming.
Snap slam right into the pin in just 2. Well, you know, we saw that kick earlier from Samoa Joe. Reminds me that K1 kickboxing is coming to Spike. U.S. Grand Prix Championship, LA Sports Arena. Saturday, September the 8th. And you can watch it live on both coasts. 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. On the internet, it's k-1spike.com.
Both men now exchanging some forearm shivers here. AJ had gained some control, but Joe putting AJ on his back. Oh, wait a minute. Nice counter.
Cross face, as well as having the leg trap.
10 points could be coming right up here for Samoa Joe. If AJ taps.
And if AJ does tap, think of what it does to him in the Bound for Glory series. It's pretty much going to take him out of that Bound for Glory series opportunity to get in the top 4. It's something that AJ's thinking about as he tries to get a rope break, and instead Joe has an answer for that as well.
There's a reason why they call Samoa Joe the Samoan submission machine. He can get her done when it comes to locking up a guy's body. Great job barring up both those arms. Painful bow and arrow type deal here.
AJ again trying to do anything and everything within his power to either break the plane or to make contact with the rope, and finally he does. Extends the leg.
Showed a lot of heart. AJ showing a lot of heart and toughness right there. How about, Mike, still to come tonight, Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy. Talk about the Bounce of Glory series. Winner stays alive in the series, loses out. That's big.
Must-win situation for both Hardy and Angle when they square off. That's also tonight here live, as Taz just talked about. And now both Styles and Joe down, both getting back up to their feet. Gonna find out who picks up the points in the series.
AJ Styles just throwing palms right here at Joe, rocking Samoa Joe with those punches.
AJ gets the boots up in the corner.
Uh-oh, watch out, watch out.
Springboard and flies. High forearm shot to the head of Joe. Takes Joe down. Now, opportunity is here for AJ, but can he capitalize?
Just amazing athleticism by AJ Styles. The guy's flawless, man. He's freaking flawless. Oh, right to that arm. He hit that forearm.
He sure did.
That steel chair hit by Magnus.
Cut it right on target. And now going to go for that arm breaker, but Joe has at least the perfect counter at this point.
Well, yeah, AJ's going for that Juji Katami, that cross arm breaker. He's got it now. He's got that. Foot's on the rope, though, Ref. Foot's on the rope.
Ring positioning and awareness of Samoa Joe, so important.
Well, the Pele was blocked by Joe. Oh, with that left forearm and wrist, which we saw on Joe's entrance, how it got smashed by that chair. So Joe's in trouble now. Look at Joe's hurting. Oh, no!
You talk about digging down deep. The adrenaline rushing through the body of the Samoan submission machine as he took AJ Styles up and just drove him down to the mat.
Loaded with nothing but intensity. Well, Samoa Joe right there, now gonna lock himself a choke in here, I think. Wait.
AJ's got the counter. Roll through. AJ on top, just two. Joe misses with the clothesline. AJ off the ropes, gonna try and roll up Joe. Oh, instead,
got the choke.
Joe turns it around, applies the choke. Ring positioning looked good, but AJ able to counter.
Goes back to that
AJ goes arm again.
Going back to that bar, and you see Joe clasping his hands to prevent hyperextending an arm. Look at AJ, he did. He popped the grip.
Gonna try and pop the elbow of Joe.
He's got a pin.
Joe stacks on him. AJ's shoulders down for three, and Joe wins it.
Your winner, Samoa Joe.
Hey, that's just some great straight grappling and wrestling right there. Simple. Counter for counter, hold for hold. Joe got the better of it. Grabs himself 7 points. In that all-important BFG Series match, AJ Styles dejected. Wow, bad deal.
Tremendous back and forth. Incredibly competitive matchup. Joe still favoring the arm after he gets the win. The pinfall win over AJ Styles and picks up 7.
If you notice that AJ Styles kind of going against his normal style of a match, you know, I mean, going for submissions, which he had to do. He had to try and get those 10 points. But that's not his style of wrestling, meaning AJ.
And Taz, now it's time for our direct impact of the night, brought to you by Direct Auto Insurance.
Well, you see Joe going for that choke. Nice counter by AJ to the Juji Katami. That cross arm breaker. Preventing that extension of the arm was Joe, and then Joe able to stack up for a quick pinfall here and cradle a leg with Samoa Joe.
And that is tonight's direct impact of the night, brought to you by Direct Auto Insurance. For a free quote, call 877-GO-DIRECT or visit directgeneral.com.
It's real obvious to me this is what you want. Well, if that's what you want, it's sitting right here. I'm sitting right here. So tonight, I want whoever's behind this to step in this ring and fight me.
I want you to know that we're only here for support, brother. We're here to take care of business. And tonight, whatever you want, champ, you got it, my brother.
Number 1 on that list tonight, Hulk, I think it's the same thing you want. It's the same thing all these people want. And that's to get my hands on the aces and eights. I want one man in this ring, one-on-one, to fight me tonight.
Boys, you up for a little fun tonight? We'll be down there a little later on, and you'll see exactly what aces and eights are all about.
Will Chris Louis see his dream come true? We will find out next when he faces the Gut Check judges on Impact Wrestling Live.
This match right here determines whether Kurt Angle goes into the Final Four or Jeff Hardy. I mean, Jeff Hardy is a fierce competitor. He's one of the greatest competitors I've ever faced. And he's a great champion, but I've been in this situation before in the Olympics and past previous world championship matches. I know what it takes to win, and I have to do it tonight. I have to. I can't let Jeff Hardy beat me. If he beats me, I'm out of the title run, and that is not going to happen. Kurt Angle is going to make it to the finals and win the world title, Bound for Glory.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for the decision of our judges. Let's meet them now. First of all, he is a three-time world heavyweight champion, color commentator for Impact Wrestling, the human suplex machine, Taz. He is the Executive Vice President of Talent Relations and Programming, Mr. Bruce Pritchard. He is the Senior Director of Talent Relations. Please welcome Al Snow. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our Gut Check contestants. He comes to us from Nashville, Tennessee. Would you please welcome Chris Louis. It was a motivated Chris Louis who competed last week against Mr. Intensity Gunner. Had to be quite a learning experience for Chris. But now it's time for him to come face to face with the three judges who hold the fate of his future in their hands. And sitting ringside, Chris Louis' family, his wife and young baby. Time to find out if Chris Louis will earn an Impact Wrestling contract. Chris, last week we saw you compete in this ring. The judges had a chance to hear about you, see your matchup, and it's time now for your decision. Chris, do you feel that last week on this program you put forth your very best effort for the judges?
I did, but I get better every day.
Do you feel like at this time you are ready to hear their decision?
Yes.
All right. Well, if you're ready and our judges are ready, Chris Louis, this is your Gut Check. For the decision, yes or no, on Chris Louis. Taz, we come to you first. Your thoughts on this man standing right here?
Well, hold on a second, please. Hold on. Guys, hold on. Chris, listen, here's the deal. Look, I respect anybody who tries to make a career at what you're trying to do as a pro wrestler. I respect guys who step between the ropes. You came out here on worldwide TV. You tried to do your thing in this ring against a guy like Gunner. You have an extremely interesting life. I mean, ups and downs, as you know, and your losses and your gains, and the big family you have. It's a tough situation you're in, and you expose that to the world too. And for that, I commend you. But quite frankly, professionally speaking, I think here in Impact Wrestling, it's a little bit above your head right now, so it's unfortunately gonna have to be a no for me right now.
Thank you, Taz. Bruce Pritchard, your thoughts. Chris Louis, yes or no?